So for some weird reason, my last video titled Why Scotland is the Best got more views and more likes than any of my videos within the last month. Which, if I'm completely honest, isn't a big surprise because all I upload is fucking Rainbow Six Siege. It gets a bit boring, I'll admit, and there's more videos to come, so don't worry about that, and keeping that in mind, I thought I'd do another one of these videos where I just basically talk about Scotland and how fucking amazing we are. So, roll the fucking clip. Alright, so what's happening, lads? One of the questions I've been asked recently is, what is Scottish slang? What does everything mean? Well, today I'm going to cover that. Let's go back to the basics for a minute before I get into it all. Scottish slang come from Old Scots or Gaelic. Came from some of the words that we used to use before the English came and fucked it all up. Yeah, cunts. The English, when they invaded, put a ban on Gaelic speaking. So now, we all speak English. Gaelic is still used up in the Highlands and Islands, but it is a very rare thing to come across, unfortunately. Today I'm going to share those words and those sentences with you. Now, one of the things you'll see is Robert Burns, and we have a Burns night, and it's kind of like Australia Day and all the other patriot days for different countries. Burns night, we basically recite a poem, pay some iron brew, eat some haggis, maybe get shit faced, maybe end up thrown up in the morning. It all depends. It all depends who you're with. It all depends on who you're with. Usually it's with family or very close friends to the family. It's never a night out with your mates. So Scottish slang, or in other words, things that nobody can understand, it's used all over Scotland, and some cases it's brought into the top of England. The fucking thieving bastards. Let me just tell you one thing right now. If you try and get an Englishman to say Scottish patter, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. It just sounds fucking terrible, and it makes me want to gouge my fuck. So the majority of European countries spoke Latin, but they changed it in their own way and used slang and used it more and more. I'm getting off track. Yeah, great. I love having a short attention span. It's fucking great. I just can't think of what the fuck I was going to say. And that's the exact same like it is in Scotland. We have learned English, we just added things in from our language, from our old Scots language. And to be completely honest with you, half the shit we say we just make up and just pass it off as our own language. But you can what, it's fine, because no many people actually understand you, which is why I'm helping you guys out today. See, so let's give them something back, man, you know. If any Englishman disagrees with any of the stuff I'm saying right now, I don't care, because let me tell you something, you may take our EU membership, but you will never take our right for in the F2, ya cunts. Right, so disregarding sloth politics, because I ken there's going to be cunts in the comments that didn't agree with me, but fuck yous. That was a joke, by the way. Basically, we changed the word English to cunt and Scottish to awesome. So if you ever hear us calling somebody a cunt, that basically means that they're English. Or if you hear us calling people awesome, then we're talking about us. Right mate, steady on, this isn't a politics video, you know, this is about slang and the way that Scottish people speak. Aye, you're right man, fair enough, fuck. Scottish insults are part of our background, they're part of our life, our very fibre of living, our being. And just because we call you cunts doesn't mean that we actually mean it. It probably means that we love you very much. It's our own little twist and our own little way of saying that we love you. Don't get me wrong, it is very difficult to understand when some Scottish person is trying to be affectionate or is insulting you, but you can tell by a very few key features. So there's certain different ways to call somebody an idiot. There are quite a lot of ways to call somebody an idiot, and these words that I'm about to say, they all mean the exact same thing or something similar to that thing that I'm talking about. So the first thing is raj. Now if somebody calls you a raj, they're trying to say that you're a bit mental, but you're a bit of an idiot as well. If somebody calls you a dauber, they're just saying you're a bit of a twat. Now, the majority of the times, insults here will be used more for women. They'll be more aimed at women. And that's just the way that Scotland is, you know. It doesn't happen very often for guys. That's one mere thing the lassies have taken off us, you feminazi. We can't even be fucking insulted properly. Now, one of the ones is clarty. This basically is aimed at the lassies that think it's acceptable to walk around like a fucking Oompa Loompa with their tits half hanging out. Minging and mock it, that's another one. Minging's basically disgusting. There are also words to describe somebody that is stinking or smelly. Now, you might hear me use this more often because the majority of my pals are quite fucking houfing and their personalities are just proper like fucking acid. Now, some of these words are honking, howling, and houfing as well. Now, one thing you'll hear me say more than often and more than enough is bobag. Now, this isn't just because I love it. Alright, that I can see how that could be twisted a bit. Let me restart. The word bobag is used a lot in Scottish language or patter or slang. It's a generalised word. Scottish people love to say it no matter where you're from. If you're Scottish, no doubt you've said bobag more than once. It's become like a culture thing. We had a bit of wind and rain one time here in Scotland. I know, only one time. It was classed as a hurricane. We called it Hurricane Bobag. All you saw in the news was cunts gone about with a fucking top and shorts and fucking sunglasses. Now that might sound like a swear word, but let's just make it clear. News outlets, radios, papers, politicians were all calling it Hurricane Bobag. So it just goes to show that even when sometimes our slang and our insults sound offensive and probably are, doesn't necessarily mean to say that it is. Now, another thing that you might hear a Scotsman calling you is a Jessie or a pansy, and that basically means you're shiting it for something, or you're breaking it for something, or you're afraid of something. I just realised that I'm explaining slang with mere slang, which you probably won't understand because I've not explained that slang yet. Right, soon. Fucking moving on. Basically, we're calling you a coward when we say that. It's more used for men though. Just before I finish up this video real quick, I actually had more footage to edit for this one particular subject that I'm talking about, but for some weird reason half of the recording is gone. All of the editing I done is gone, so I've had to completely redo this. Thanks for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed because I'm putting more effort into these kind of videos. So thanks very much for watching, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, bobbags.
It's a Friday night, I'm walking up the street, so everybody better bounce to the fucking beat. Singing, I'm a lightweight and I am sticking, bottle of beer and I'm out my chicken. DJ Bagba's got the bars, it's still off a bottle of bucky and a 5 RTM.